In a stunning turn of events that has sent shockwaves through military and geopolitical circles, a United States warship has become trapped in a meticulously laid naval minefield by Iranian forces. This dramatic naval confrontation highlights Iran's evolving military strategy, showcasing a sophisticated blend of asymmetrical warfare and tactical ingenuity. The incident not only marks a significant setback for U.S. naval power projection in the strategically vital Persian Gulf but also signals a broader challenge to the U.S.-Israel alliance's dominance in the region. The successful entrapment of a modern U.S. warship by Iranian naval mines is being hailed by Tehran as a genius demonstration of strategic acumen, disrupting decades of military superiority exerted by the United States and Israel. This event has exposed vulnerabilities in U.S. naval operations and forced a re-evaluation of maritime security protocols, raising questions about the future balance of power in the Middle East. Background: rising tensions and strategic importance of the Persian Gulf. The Persian Gulf has long been a critical geopolitical flashpoint, rich in oil reserves and a strategic maritime corridor connecting the Middle East to global markets. The U.S. has maintained a substantial naval presence in the region for decades, ostensibly to secure maritime trade routes and support its allies, including Israel. Iran, meanwhile, has repeatedly expressed its opposition to foreign military presence in its waters, often employing asymmetric tactics to counter superior naval forces. Recent years have seen escalating tensions between Iran and the U.S.-Israel alliance, fueled by sanctions, proxy conflicts, and confrontations in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's military has increasingly invested in unconventional methods, such as fast attack boats, anti-ship missiles, and naval mines, designed to exploit the vulnerabilities of more technologically advanced adversaries. The naval mine trap. How Iran executed the ambush. The entrapment of the U.S. warship was the result of a carefully planned and executed naval mine deployment. Iranian naval forces strategically laid a dense minefield in a critical shipping lane frequently used by U.S. and Allied vessels. Unlike conventional minefields of the past, Iran's mines incorporate advanced sensor technology capable of detecting specific ship signatures, allowing them to avoid accidental detonations by civilian ships. Iranian forces used smaller, agile patrol boats to covertly deploy the mines under the cover of darkness, ensuring the mines were positioned in a pattern that would effectively trap any warship attempting passage. The U.S. warship, unaware of the minefield's precise location and extent due to gaps in intelligence and surveillance, sailed into the trap during a routine patrol. The mines effectively immobilized the vessel, rendering it unable to maneuver without risking catastrophic damage. The ship's attempts to navigate out of the minefield were thwarted by the precise placement of the explosives, leaving it effectively trapped and vulnerable. Immediate consequences: a blow to U.S. naval prestige. The incident dealt an immediate blow to U.S. naval prestige, showcasing the limits of even the most advanced naval technology when faced with unconventional and asymmetric tactics. Operational paralysis. The trapped warship was forced into a defensive posture, relying heavily on onboard countermeasures and awaiting specialized mine-clearing support. This paralysis undermined its mission objectives and diminished U.S. naval presence in a critical area. Diplomatic fallout. News of the entrapment quickly spread, embarrassing U.S. military leadership and sparking intense debate within Washington about the robustness of current naval strategies in contested waters. Allies and adversaries alike took note, with some questioning U.S. regional dominance. Boost to Iranian morale and propaganda. Tehran capitalized on the incident to boost domestic morale and strengthen its narrative of resistance against foreign intervention. Iranian media portrayed the event as a David versus Goliath victory, reinforcing the government's stance on sovereignty and self-defense. Analysis: why Iran's naval mine strategy worked. Iran's successful use of naval mines against a superior naval power highlights several key factors that contributed to the operation's success. Asymmetrical warfare mastery. Iran's military doctrine has long emphasized asymmetric warfare, leveraging unconventional tactics to offset technological disadvantages. Naval mines are a low-cost, high-impact tool perfectly suited to this approach. Advanced mine technology. Unlike traditional passive mines, Iran's modern naval mines integrate sensors capable of discriminating targets and activating only under specific conditions. This reduces the risk of detection and increases lethality against military vessels. Exploitation of intelligence gaps. The operation exploited gaps in U.S. surveillance and reconnaissance capabilities. Despite advanced satellite and drone coverage, the minefield's stealthy deployment and the complexity of the maritime environment hindered timely detection. Geographical advantage. Iran's intimate knowledge of the shallow, narrow waterways of the Persian Gulf and Strait of Hormuz provided a strategic advantage, enabling precise mine placement in choke points where escape routes are limited. The U.S.-Israel alliance, reassessing regional military strategy. The incident has profound implications for the U.S.-Israel alliance, which relies heavily on naval power to project influence and secure regional interests. U.S. naval doctrine under scrutiny. The vulnerability exposed by the mine trap has prompted calls for a comprehensive review of U.S. naval doctrine. There is increasing recognition that traditional force projection strategies must adapt to evolving threats, particularly in littoral and contested waters. Israel's strategic calculus. Israel, while primarily focused on land and air superiority, relies on U.S. naval presence for maritime security in the Gulf region. The incident raises questions about Israel's strategic resilience and the extent to which it can depend on U.S. naval power in times of crisis. Calls for enhanced joint training and technology sharing. Both nations are expected to increase joint naval exercises focusing on mine detection and clearance, electronic warfare, and counter-asymmetric tactics. Advances in underwater drones and mine countermeasure technologies will be prioritized. Regional reactions, allies and adversaries respond. Iran's regional allies celebrate. Groups allied with Iran across the Middle East, including proxies in Iraq, Syria, and Lebanon, viewed the incident as a strategic victory and a validation of Iran's growing military capabilities. It emboldens these actors to challenge U.S. and Israeli influence more aggressively. Gulf states' concerns grow. Neighboring Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC, countries, traditionally allied with the U.S., express growing unease about Iran's enhanced naval capabilities and the apparent ease with which it challenged U.S. dominance. Russia and China's strategic interest. Global powers like Russia and China watch closely. Both seek to expand their influence in the Middle East and view the incident as a potential shift in regional power dynamics that could be leveraged diplomatically or militarily. Broader geopolitical implications. Threat to global energy security. The Persian Gulf is a vital artery for global oil shipments. The demonstrated ability of Iran to disrupt naval operations in the region raises concerns about the security of energy supplies, potentially impacting global markets and energy prices. Undermining U.S. regional influence. The mine trap incident weakens the U.S.'s perceived ability to guarantee safe passage through strategic waterways, undermining its long-standing role as a regional security guarantor. Empowerment of asymmetric warfare doctrine. Iran's success may encourage other states and non-state actors worldwide to invest in similar asymmetric strategies, complicating naval warfare and increasing risks of miscalculation and escalation. Path forward: how the U.S. and allies plan to respond. Immediate tactical responses. The U.S. Navy has dispatched specialized mine countermeasure vessels and explosive ordnance disposal teams to neutralize the minefield and extract the trapped warship safely. Unmanned underwater vehicles, UUVs, equipped with advanced sonar systems are deployed for reconnaissance. Strategic reorientation. The Pentagon is accelerating efforts to develop and deploy new technologies designed to detect, avoid, and neutralize naval mines. This includes AI-enhanced sensors, autonomous drones, and improved electronic warfare capabilities. Strengthening regional alliances. The U.S. and Israel plan to deepen intelligence sharing with Gulf allies to better anticipate asymmetric threats. Enhanced joint maritime patrols and coordinated responses are in development. Diplomatic and economic measures. Concurrently, the U.S. is pursuing diplomatic efforts aimed at de-escalation, while maintaining pressure on Iran through sanctions and international forums. The aim is to deter further provocations without triggering full-scale conflict. Conclusion: a wake-up call for U.S.-Israel military strategy. The entrapment of a U.S. warship by Iranian naval mines represents more than a tactical setback, it is a strategic warning. Iran's use of asymmetric naval warfare has effectively challenged U.S. and Israeli dominance in a critical region, demonstrating that innovation and local knowledge can offset technological superiority. For the U.S. and Israel, this incident necessitates urgent reassessment of naval operations, enhanced focus on mine warfare capabilities, and deeper cooperation with regional partners. As Iran celebrates a symbolic victory, the international community must grapple with the evolving nature of maritime conflict and the complex balance of power in the Persian Gulf. This episode underscores the reality that future naval engagements will increasingly involve hybrid tactics, requiring adaptability, technological innovation, and strategic foresight to navigate an era where traditional military dominance is no longer assured.